Okay, hi everyone. This is going to be basically a very quick unboxing of my new Rimfire rifle, just to show you what I've got, perhaps why I've got it. Just a quick bit of background. This is my very first Rimfire rifle, or rifle if you like. I've been shooting air rifles for a very long time, but recently upgraded, if that's what you want to call it, to a firearms license. And this is my very first venture into firearms, if you like, in the UK. In the southwest of the UK, and now I've got my firearms license. This is the first rifle that I've bought. Most of my use of this rifle will be pest control, and that's kind of one reason why I went for this particular sort of rifle. This is a CZ457 Vermin. I'll take it out of the box in a second and let you have a look. Just so you know, now I've got my firearms license. I bought this one. In the UK, it's not a matter that now I can just go out and buy any sort of firearms I want. I am restricted to what I've been allowed on my license. So I've currently got 2 slots on my license for 2 rimfires, and this is the first one I've got. So this is my very first rimfire, so it'll be my impressions of it and what I think and so on. So let's unbox it and have a look. Now, I have already unboxed it and looked at it in the shop, because here in the UK you can't get firearms posted to you. So I've had to go to the shop, obviously, to pick it up, and I have had it out and had a good look at it in the shop and so on, and put it back in the box. But so kind of there you go. Let's just get the bits and bobs out now. The Vermin, as you'll see, it comes with a 5-round magazine. While I was at the shop, I did take the liberty of purchasing a 10-round magazine, and also a moderator, which again I have to have on my license. This is a Wildcat Panther over the end moderator. Very good, very good moderator. That silencer, whatever you want to call it. Paperwork. That's my invoice. Obviously, in the box you get warranty card, which the guy at the shop told me it was a 3-year warranty in the UK, I think, on this. Instruction booklet I've not had a read of. I've not had read of the warranty card yet. And this is a nice little bit of paper. This obviously comes in the box from the factory. I don't know if you can see it with the sunshine again. I'm in the UK and goddamn sunshine in January's come out. But yeah, that's the test firing printout of this exact rifle, done at the factory before it went. If you can pick it up, you can see it there. And this was shot at 50 meters, 5 rounds, using RWS 40 grain bullets. So I mean, that's a nice little thing to see. Okay, rifle itself there. I mean, the box is okay. It's quite a slim box. It's pretty good because it's easily recyclable, although I'll probably keep it in case I change it or upgrade it. So there we are. The rifle, and the bolt is in this bag here. Let's get this out of the way and have a look. Okay, so CZ Vermin. So this is the one, not the MTR version with the big stock for shooting, target shooting and precision shooting, etc. You know, this is the more of a sporter stock. Like I say, its primary job will be pest control. There you go, with a nice ball barrel. Let's see if I can reach it. zoom you in a bit and get you to, if it'll focus. Stock, it's a nice walnut stock with what looks to be like a varnishy type finish. There you go. Let's see the other side, but there you go. And again, don't get a good look. That's it. Let's zoom back out a bit now. Okay, so yeah, there it is. My first impressions of it. Very good. I mean, it's a CZ457, which is the latest offering from CZ, moving on from the original 452 and 455, which were enormously popular rifles, and I don't see any reason why this won't be anything more than that. It's a very well made rifle by the looks of it. Their reliability seems to be rock solid, and their build quality seems to be rock solid, so that's a very good reason why I particularly chose this rifle as my first rimfire rifle to use. And my initial impressions is, yes, I'm very happy. My initial impression of this rifle is actually that it's very small, okay, and very light. I know a lot of people say this is a little bit heavy because of the ball barrel, but I'm used to shooting air rifles, pre-charged pneumatic PCP air rifles with bottles and cylinders, much more to the mechanisms of them, and to be perfectly honest, they're twice, typically I'm shooting normally a BSA R10 or a Viroc HW100 are my most common go-to sort of air rifles I have, and they're much heavier than this, much heavier, there's much more to them. So this, my first impression is how small and light it is, and how easily it is to hold. Now, let's go through a few things. Zoom in a little bit again, see if you can see better. So, butt stock, I mean, it's fairly small, like I say. It's got a really nice rubber pad on it, really soft. There's not real recoil, is there, with these rifles? But when you go to stand it up against a fence or put it on the floor, that's just what I want. A nice rubber sort of on there. The other rifle that was contending with this for my first one would have been the Tikka T1X, but that had that plastic stock on it. I'm saying plastic, you can call it polymer or anything you want. I'm not against them, but it's very hard, didn't have a rubbery pad or anything to it, and the Tikka T1X also had a lot of plastic bits on it. This has a good metal trigger guard, the bolt is all metal, and even little bits like the bit this has a thread on the end, that's metal, and the Tikka was all plasticky bits. The Tikka was an extremely nice rifle, but for my first I wanted to go with this, a nice one. So that's a really nice buttstock there. It has swivel studs already fitted, front and back. It has stippling here, which is really good grippy. It's definitely stippling, it's not a checkering type, but it's very grippy there, and on the front of the stock, underneath the stock, and it's on both sides. So that's really grippy, really nice. The stock is beautiful walnut. I think it's Turkish walnut, they say, and like I say, it's finished very well, especially for the use for getting wet and so on. The water will run off it. Probably suspect of being scratched, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, the stock is really nice, totally ambidextrous, apart from the bolts obviously won't be. But my first impressions of the stock is how small it is because of that. Let's get the bolt out there and pop that on as well while we're here. The bolt, again, my impressions are very good. I'll pop that in and we'll get to the bolt in a minute. Have a look at the barrel. It's the ball barrel. I'm sorry it's not going to focus the camera very well. I'll pull it back so it's in focus. It's a lovely solid, I really like the feel of that, a lovely solid barrel. No real taper to it. It's a Vermin barrel, or a ball barrel I think you call it. And I think, let's grab it, and it should be fully, yeah, fully floated right up to the action. And the finish on it, on the barrel and the action so on, this is a nitrate finish, I think they call it, or something, which is, it looks really nice, the finish is really nice, and I think it's going to be really durable, much more durable probably than it being blued or whatever there. So I mean that's good as well. I believe it's a cold hammer forged barrel. You might have to double check that just to be sure. And the barrels are actually changeable. Underneath the stock there's screws or whatever there, and you can take it. I don't know why anyone would really want to change the barrel on it. I suppose you can change it from, this is a 22LR, you can change it to, I guess you could change it to the 17HMR, but I just don't see the point in that. You really can go with another rifle, I would think. The bolt, again, now this is my first rimfire rifle, and from what I've seen online the bolts are going to be very good. I can't say, I mean that is as smooth as you like. It's a bit stiff going down, which might ease up with use. It's had, you know, not been fired yet, had no use at all, but I would say that's really nice, really nice. The bolt is released via the little catch on the side, so slide it out, depress the catch, out it comes. The bolt itself, my first impression of the bolt itself is, for the size of it, is how heavy it is. So it's very well made, I think, very well made. It certainly looks to be very well made, very well finished. It's heavy, for that size that it's heavy, so that gives a very good impression of how solid and so on it is. And yeah, that's, it's really really nice. Let's pop that bolt back here. The bolt has, if you can see it again, perhaps I should try and close in, has an indicator on the back. When you fire, that little red pin disappears in there, so you know it's cocked. You can decock there, you can decock these, so now it's decocked. You can just see the pin just starting to come out, cock it, and there it is, out it comes. Safety on these, push forward to fire, which is a new thing on the 457s compared to their other models, and the bolt action is now shortened from what I've seen, from sort of 90 degrees to about 60 degrees, but that's, I mean, it's just a super action from what I can see there. When it's on safe, you can still cycle the the bolt, sorry, you can still cycle the bolt, but trigger won't go. I have dry fired the trigger a couple of times. The trigger is fully adjustable on these, and to be honest, I'm quite happy with it. It's got no drag at all to it. It breaks really, really crisp, really nice on it. I think I'll probably leave it as it is and test the rifle, see how it goes. It feels to me as though it's around £2-ish, something like that. But I'm used to air rifles with much lighter triggers, but they're all two-stage triggers on my air rifles. So this is a single stage, it has nothing before the trigger breaks, but it breaks so crisp and it's really nice. So yeah, so I do like do that, decock it. There we go. Okay, the chamber on it, not a lot I can say about that. I mean, it is what it is. Apparently, I mean, the rifle is a modular rifle. They make this rifle in a dozen different variations, from varmint to trainers, you know, plastic, synthetic stocks, all sorts of ones, royales they call them, you know. But the actual action is all the same in them, except for the few with the match ones where they say the barrels and possibly the chamber is probably a little bit more finessely engineered, I guess, or the tolerances are that much tighter on it. But to look at that, they're all the same. This has a dovetail scope mount on the top, which is okay. All my air rifles are like that, so I can swap my scope over quite easy. But there are aftermarket Picatinny rails which I might get and put on there, because I'm looking at putting at some point probably one of these electronic scopes for day-night, and so on. I think that would suit this rifle and my sort of uses and so on. But with the Picatinny rail, you can, you know, swap your scopes so much easier and so on it. The magazine, this is a 5-round magazine. There's just a little pin at the top, and it pops out really nice, just out it comes, no problem. It is plastic, it is only a 5-round magazine, but it's quite durable. I mean, you're only going to have a problem if you drop it and stand on it or something like that, which I certainly am not planning to do. I bought myself a 10-round magazine, although I'm very happy with the 5-round magazine to use it, because I do like it being flush in there. So the profile is nice and flush, like that. But certainly when you're testing the rifle, plinking, target shooting, you go through 5 rounds so quickly. So if I was going to buy another magazine, I thought I might as well buy a 10-round magazine. Again, this is a plastic one. You can get metal ones, they're a lot more expensive. But also I believe all your 4.52 and 4.55 models, the magazines are all the same, so they're all interchangeable. So that's very good. My next thing to do with this, really, I guess, is going to be to take it out of the stock, have a look at the trigger and so on. I think I'm going to leave the trigger alone until I've actually shot it and got used to it, and then I might decide if I need to lighten it or not. But to be honest, from when I tried it, it was perfect. The barrel, as I said, in the UK, they are all threaded, and this little thread on the end, it doesn't seem much, but that's a lovely manufactured piece of it, and it fits on there absolutely perfect. It's got a very fine knurling on the end, and it's perfectly flush and really nice, and it's metal, really nice finish. So I think next I need to take it out of the stock, have a look at things. I'm going to clean it all up. I need to clean the barrel through because it's brand new. Then re-lube everything and chalk the stock back on there. I mean, it's come from the factory. I'm sure it's fine. I don't know how drastically it is to have them torqued up, but I've got a torque wrench, so I can easily torque it up, and then mount my scope and get out in the field and test it. So this is my overview or first impressions of the CZ457, and yes, first impressions are very good. It's very manageable. I think I can put a sling on it and carry that all day long, like my other air rifles that were much more heavier and larger than this, and this is much more potent than any more. You've got to remember, I've been firing 12 foot-pound air rifles for many years, and now I've gone to this. So my firearms license I've got 2 slots for 22LR and 2 slots for high power air rifles. So there's a few things that may be coming up at some time for you guys. Like I say, very happy with that. Can't wait to take the stock off, have a look at it, give it all a good clean up. I'm going to give the barrel a clean through, put the scope on it. Perhaps I'll do a little video of just popping the scope on there, and perhaps I'll even show you with the action and everything out of the stock, take you a couple of pictures or a little video of that and putting it back on and get it out, and yeah, and get it scoped in and get firing it. And then perhaps we'll come back with how I've got on with different bits of ammunition, etc, etc. But yeah, don't forget moderator for it as well. I won't fit it, but this is an over barrel one, goes on there. We'll go a bit further on down. That will complement the rifle really well. And these Wildcat Panther moderators are extremely good, although fairly expensive, but you buy it once, job is done. So that's my quick out of the box review of the CZ457. There's probably hundreds of other things I would have liked to talk about it, and could sort of go wandering, ranting on for hours and hours about it, being my first rimfire, my first rifle. But I'll finish the video there because I want to get on, give it a clean, take it out of the stock, get the scope on it, and see if I can get out and do a bit of shooting with it, because we're still in this COVID etc etc situation. I have to see how it all goes. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're looking at this, if you're thinking of purchasing a CZ457 in whatever variant they do, because they do so many. Instant impressions are how well made this rifle is. It's really well made, really well finished, looks to be really solid, perfect for what you need out in the field. They're very popular rifles, so you can get them pretty much anywhere typically and so on. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. I just can't wait to get out and use it in the field and see how we get on with it. So thanks for watching. Keep looking. I'll see if I can maybe put something up about when I get out the stock, when I put the scope on it, and perhaps something about when I get it sighting in and get shooting with it. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you all like the CZ457. It's a great little rimfire rifle. Thanks very much.